Morning. It's a very wet day in UK today, where I am. The song is Trains and Boats and Planes. So I'm guessing somebody's travelling. We've got the nerds again. I think it's the South Nerd to revisiting the past. Aquarius, 11th house, your true life purpose. Facing the chaos, hope, healing and freedom. An 8th house of Scorpio, death and rebirth. So let's see then. We've got in the South Node, sorry. Oh, it's not on here. I'm reckoning if the North Node is Pisces, what's the opposite of Pisces? Vega. So that's health, which is what we've been having, 9 of 27. Aquarius, what's Aquarius in? Pallas. And Pluto, the unknown. It's not unknown anymore, is it? So we need a new book. And Scorpio is Mercury, communications. And today's card is Mercury Gemini, the Magician, 1 and 28. So clarity of thought, and your words and thoughts are spells cast by you. So what you believe or what you know is what will be. So keep it positive. Let's see. You shape your own destiny by your thoughts, words and deeds. There it is. So we're confused then. Not clear of mind. Mental instability. Problems with the hands, arms, shoulders. I'm suffering with my shoulders at the minute. Siblings. Children. School days. Masks that people wear. Lies, deceit and theft. Yeah, something needs to heal because we've got Chiron, the wounded healer there. You can't heal others until you've healed yourself. So, let's have a look then. Suddenly got very hot, so somebody maybe usually get that feeling when it's somebody's going through chemo. So terrorism is a big thing. Those with a darker complexion in uniform, farmers, agriculture, those with the scar on the leg, the limp or the amputation. Chiron, what have we got in Chiron? Aries. And Aries is the moon also. So stagnation. Hell will freeze over before somebody apologises. And there's the travel. Teamwork. Moving forwards. A rise in status. A new vehicle perhaps. Acting in haste and you repent at leisure. A lot of horses. Those born in the year of the horse. Mia, 7 or 25. Cancer, the home and family life. So fools rush in. Take it steady because you don't want to go too fast and you don't want to go too slow. It's knowledge. It's unfinished business. And a heavy burden that you carry that probably isn't even your own. There's a violent man named Michael. And bad advice from doctors, priests and lawyers or professional people. This is Libra energy, partnerships, open enemies. Wearing a mask. Something has come to an end emotionally, and this home is not a happy one. A home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table, and a welcome at the door. So it's time to leave all that behind and move forwards into the unknown. These foundations aren't strong enough. The celebration will not take place. There may be a loss of home for some, or you cannot attend something. You can't. We've come to an emotional ending. The masks are off. It's not looking pretty, but we've learnt a lot. Yeah. Courage is needed, strength and a backbone. Leo energy, 8 and 26. You have to tame the beast, be that your inner beast or an external energy that's trying to control you. Yeah. Stop grieving and dwelling in the past. The past is over. The future is not promised. You must live in the now. Put your big girl panties on. It's time to cross that bridge. Stop crying over spilt milk. A new beginning. Yes, happiness can be yours. Perhaps the conception of a child. 9 months. Ian David Penny. No more overthinking this. You're no longer in analysis paralysis, which is what that is. Those swords, 8 of them, are people's words and thoughts that have kept you trapped over the years, the way they speak to you or the way you speak to yourself. Your inner child was trapped. Now you're going to stand up for yourself and be released. 8 weeks. Yeah, there is a battle that needs to be fought, and it will mortally wound someone, probably in the next 5 days. And there we have it, the full story, because today's card is on today's card. There are masks being worn. There is possibly mental illness. There is issues with siblings and children. But above all, this is lies, deceit and theft. Perhaps criminal activity even. The masks are off. Yeah. Someone doesn't have the moral high ground, so they have no protection here. It's time to move on. Across water paths, so land and water travel, planes and boats, we need the plane. Planes and boats and trains, we need the planes. 6 weeks. Leaving that past, that misery, the self-nerd behind, and only taking with us the positive, the lessons learned. Do not take the negative baggage with you. But don't let this close you off. Stay open, because apathy and boredom is not your friend. 4 months. Somebody's ignoring this problem, and it's not going to go away. There's no acceptance of love for yourself or others. So, Boxing Day perhaps. Yeah. Somebody's a narcissist. They've been looking for love in all the wrong places. They're emotionally sterile. They have no concept of love. Yeah, so they will fail. They will not win this battle because they don't have the moral high ground. It is time to stop wasting your time, energy and breath on these people. It's time to come home to yourself, to who you truly are. You may have to revisit the past to do that, the unfinished business. Your wishes and dreams will never come true. 11th house, Aquarius, North Node, until you face the chaos. Pandora left hope inside the box. You must take hope out. Have hope, face the chaos, and then there will be hope, healing and freedom. Issues with the ankles and legs is possible. 17. Fred. Somebody here has been blind. What's needed is peace. Peace between battles to clear your mind. You need to realise this is over. The death, the passing, Doris, Martin. We're still feeling the grief, the pain. We must end this pain, physical and emotional. Enough is enough. What's done is done. We can't change it. And we mustn't sacrifice our own happiness for other people's. So Pisces in Neptune, I believe. It's the true north node. So we must turn our world upside down. This is the south node. If we turn it upside down, that is the north node. So once we turn it the right way, we are looking at standing on our own 2 feet. Standing up for ourselves, because there's nobody coming to save us. This is Houdini. He got away with this trick many, many times, but it was the last time that killed him, because he lost the key. This is about putting boundaries in place, putting yourself on a priority list. It could be borders. We could be talking about borders as a global thing, but this is above all about you knowing your worth. And you may have to turn your world upside down and destroy things to move forward. Because right now you're in limbo. Number 12, Paul. Because your happiness depends on it. No. There's no happiness. You must move on. You've got it there. Nothing can be birthed or conceived or grown until you move on. A rejection. The door isn't open to you until you realise that you cannot have what you want without facing this chaos. And they've said it many, many times. So, and they will keep saying it until we listen. So 8th house, death and rebirth, Scorpio. The snake this year. Funeral parlours, cemeteries, labour wards. So there, and for some of you, there may be a child in spirit or a child that didn't make it full time. And if that's the case, then I'm very, very sorry. This is about your interactions, your shared resources, your birth, death, rebirth, regeneration, sexual unions, integration, the sacrifices you make, your expanded awareness, inheritances, and other people's money, metaphysics. So, secrets of the universe are revealed. So, we've gone into Pluto in Aquarius, which was unknown, is no longer. The one great certainty of life that is most feared is death. An expanded state of consciousness is encountered. At a mundane level, the 8th house is a house of shared resources, monetary gain and things inherited. The sign on the cusp describes how easily resources are shared and how altruistic someone can be. So how greedy, really. Inheritances may be on the physical plane or the psychic one, including ancestral patterns and potential. An elusive Pisces or Neptune, which we've got, may indicate an inheritance that slips through one's fingers or continuation of a family pattern of addiction. intimately connected with sexual union, one of the most fundamental processes of the 8th house. This is the place of openness, of giving and receiving. It is where the individual loses its sense of separate identity and learns how to merge with another person. For some people, this is transcendental experience. For others, it is extremely painful. The 8th house also describes sexuality and choice of sexual expression, the sign pointing to how intimacy is experienced and to expectations around sexuality. Uranus in this position, for example, indicates deep ambivalence and ambiguity around gender and sexual preferences. So that could be a problem coming up. Watch for it globally. So we're talking South Node. This is your triggers, your ingrained responses, your survival instincts, your innate abilities, compulsion and stagnation. There's your stagnation. The South Node symbolises all that has gone before. Like the moon, it represents entrenched instinctual behaviour that arises from innate action. As such, it is an ancient part of your psyche. This is a place of unfinished business. So there's the unfinished business. Who is it? There's your psyche, the 8 of Swords, that small child in a ring of swords. Where survival strategies have been formulated. Emotional stimuli, fight, flight, freeze mode. The automatic reactions lie in unconscious compulsion and rigid behaviour patterns. The ability with which the soul is most familiar. It is also the point where the soul stagnates, where in response to challenges to evolve, it says, yes, but. As soon as you say but, you are going back to past ways of being, turning back to the past. The challenge is to take what is good from the past and leave behind all that negativity. So in Aquarius, the soul has worked for the evolution of humanity, but must leave behind the tendency to rebel or to be different simply for the sake of being different. So you need a cause. In the 8th house, this soul has an unshakable certainty that it will survive no matter what. Evolution for the soul in the future needs to be steady process, not born of trauma as in the past. So let it all go and begin again. Okay. Broken homes. Some of us come from broken homes. Leave the traumas behind. Yeah. 36. Healing, medicine, Chiron. Herbs, medicines and healing. Word of warning, don't mix your herbal remedies with prescribed medication unless you know very, very well that they don't conflict, because chemical prescriptions don't always mix with the herbal remedies. You may be, without even realising it, becoming addicted to substances. So 36. And remember that these doctors are giving bad advice right now. Where's he gone? You don't know what's going on in his life, this doctor. And he may not have a clear mind. Have you always been drawn to herbs? It's time to venture further into learning more about botanical world has to offer. Spirit medicine awaits you, and there is so much healing, wisdom, and excitement waiting for you. You may want to study formally or just dabble, making your own herbal salves and whatnot. Know that whatever path you decide to take will be full of rewards. There are so many spirits waiting to help you on your journey. We, like animals, can search out our own medicines, and when we tune into intuition, we begin to sense the pull to what we need. When we start to work with herbs, we understand the profound change they can create and the vast knowledge and healing they offer. We can choose to make medicines with them, or create beautiful foods, or even just admire them in our garden. The uses are endless, but once you start working with them, you will never go back. They will become part of you, and this will, in turn, help you attune back to nature with a sense of peace. And peace is what we're searching for, that Four of Swords, wherever it's gone, that we're blind to at the minute. The uses are endless, but once you start working with them, you'll never go back. They will become part of you and will, in turn, help you attune back to nature with a sense of peace, a sense of something long forgotten. What herbs or plants do you feel drawn to? Are you drawn to particular colours or smells? Is there a plant that you only seem to grow where you live? What is the herb that you tend to see everywhere? This is them reaching out to you. Take notice of what you seek and dig a little deeper on what that means and why they may be showing up in your life. A new doorway, not the one that was closed to you, is waiting for you. I'm going to pause you and go get my botanical deck because they've specifically said about the herbs. 1 minute. Dragon tree. So there's born in the year of the dragon, and there we have the 8, but it is in reverse. So cowardice, we need courage. So let's see, number 8. The Latin name, Dracena Draco, Malfoy, Harry Potter. Mars and the Sun, so Aries and Leo. The dragon tree is one of several species of plants that offers a red resin known as dragon's blood. I use it in incense, it's beautiful. Dragon's blood resin is used in magic as incense, ink, and magical catalyst to enhance and empower our magical workings. So enhance your spells. Outside of magic, it is used as a paint or dye pigment, and most famously as a violin stain. So we may have a violin player in spirit that's trying to talk to you, or you may have played a violin at some point in your life. Before the days of esoteric and metaphysical shops, many occult practitioners had to seek it out from violin makers. While many are more familiar with the resin from the genus through modern occult supply shops, the species has a number of medical uses beyond the artistic and occult, and has been used for external and internal bleeding wounds, so wherever somebody has been wounded, as well as digestive problems, the stomach. The resin can be dissolved in alcohol and used as an ink to empower talismans and sigils. Though most dragon's blood ink sold commercially today is simply red dye and not related to any species of the dragon tree. Beyond simply power, dragon's blood is used in magic for love and lust, but with intense passion and sexuality, not simple affection or gentle romance. The resin can also be used in gambling and charms or other magic where dominance, somebody wants to control you, or strength is projected. The most powerful use is an incense in exorcism, so you must banish this harmful and stubborn spirit who won't stop their attacks. And that could be somebody in the flesh who is trying to control you, the narcissist. The dragon tree evokes the magic of the dragon, powerful entities with rich folklore in both the East and the West. Some consider the dragon to be the life force of the planet Earth herself. So George, or the Chinese, with the energy lines known as ley lines, which all our churches are built on, being named dragon lines and envisioned as red and white dragons. While sometimes red and white is the colour of St. George's Cross that relates to England, monstrous and relegated to being simply hoarders of treasure in Western lore, dragons in the East are revered as a source of divine wisdom. So we are learning. Dragon tree can help us gather up our power and wisdom, prevent it from spilling from us like an open wound, and strengthen our vitality and our connection to both the earth and the cosmos. It is unfortunately in the reverse. This dragon tree means your magical power is going inwards. Is this your desire? If yes, then focus on your inner experience and inner challenges. So concentrate. If you have some sort of illness, concentrate on the area, meditate, imagine that orb of light that we all have within us, hitting that spot and reverberating outwards to heal yourself. If you are being called to take outer action in your life, the reverse dragon tree challenges you to express that power outwards, to make beneficial changes, to not dim your light. You are stronger than you know, more powerful than you know. It's time to take clear action in your life. Well done, Spirit. Where's that gone? I'm going to have to pause you again because I've lost my deck of cards. 1 minute. The chipmunk and the laurel. Number 7. And that's what we started with, isn't it? The chariot. Where's it gone? It is in the reverse there. Where's our chariot gone? There it is. So the number 7, massively important. Chipmunks. Alvin. Cheeky chipmunks. Very nocturnal chipmunks. Like to make a lot of noise on a night. The chipmunks and the laurel symbolises a new venture that will surely lead to success. The chipmunks often take the road less travelled, finding hidden pathways and adventures along the way. The laurel is a symbol of victory, used to crown the winners in the ancient Olympic Games. Do you want to win or do you want to be happy? Together they tell us to take charge of our destiny, to carve our own path and find success. This card is a sign of stagnation. There we are. Because it's in the reverse. You may feel frustrated and stalled or set back, rejected even. Think about the clever and enterprising chipmunk. What lesser known pathway could lead you to your goal? Or how might you redefine success? It's not all about material things. What successes in life can you celebrate? And how can you carve out your own path to live your truth? To face the chaos head on so that there's hope, healing and freedom. To turn your world upside down and be able to celebrate a victory instead of a defeat. And letting others control you. Thanks for listening. Speak soon.